This really could be a final for the ages, and anyone who's got any interest in this sport should really watch this game because it should deliver everything you want as a neutral.
Yeah, I assume so, Dan. But here's the thing: we have to be careful.
No,
because every
no,
time that
I don't want to be careful.
No.
Some
Listen,
fun.
listen. You're getting excited. I understand. I'm excited myself. Yes, I want to see a great final. But every time that we get into this, it's going to be a final for the ages. You know what ends up happening? Not a final for the ages. So if I'm looking at this, one of the matchups that I really look forward to, I'm saying, okay, we always see Alphonso Davies going in the attack on the left-hand side and the pace with which he attacks. So sometimes Perisic will tuck inside, opens up that space for Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies, times that run very well, and in transition, he just gets past the defender like he wasn't even there. Okay, so if Alphonso Davies is doing that, and then Mbappe is getting behind in the space that Alphonso Davies just left, where is the pace for recovery for Bayern Munich? And so if indeed it becomes a duel of pace between Mbappe and Alphonso Davies, now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Because now it's not just Alphonso Davies in a mismatch or Mbappe in a mismatch. It's true speed against true speed. And who's going to defend whom? Who's going to take the opportunity to attack the other? And who's going to be the player that is truly going to make the difference for their team? I assume that Mbappe is going to attract the attention of Alphonso Davies at times. But if Davies is willing to attack, he's going to force Mbappe back as well, which will give an advantage to Bayern Munich. The outside play and the speed with which is played on the outside may just determine the success of this game.
Dan.
Ali and Dan, I'm thinking it's going to be a chess game
here. Sorry, Frank.
Sorry.
Just to go back to your point on Verratti, team selection is key here. I would imagine Bayern Munich will remain unchanged, apart from the potential for Jerome Boateng. Don't really know what his injury is, how bad it is. But the key thing here for PSG is, and Frank mentioned Verratti, is the fitness. That's a big call. We saw him come on at the end of the Leipzig game, but only for a few minutes. And that midfield operated pretty well. You know, very hard-working midfield with Paredes, Marquinhos, and Herrera. It's not the most productive, but then again, does it need to be with that front three? And so I think that, clearly Verratti is the better player of those three in terms of the midfield. So if he comes in, it's probably for Herrera, and Paredes remains in there. But it's a big call from Thomas Tuchel if a player's not quite fit. The other side of the coin is, and we can talk about Mbappe, Neymar and Di Maria going forward, and that is super important. But equally, if PSG are going to stand a chance in this game, you could say what those three do defensively is going to be equally as important, because we saw Barcelona try to leave two up top in Messi and Suarez and got absolutely flanked and flooded in the midfield by Bayern Munich. Now, if those guys, particularly two of the three wider guys, don't work their backsides off to get back in and help out that midfield, then PSG are not going to stand a chance, because we know how Bayern are so good at moving the little chess pieces around, and they'll outnumber you. So it is a game of chess. It is going to be a game of bluff. You know, do I leave up there and cheat a little bit, hoping we win the ball back, and then I hit it over the top, as Ali said, for Mbappe? Or where's the balance in terms of working back? Because you're going to have to do your defensive duties as well against this Bayern side, or you're not going to win the game. If PSG get that balance right, they've got a chance. If they don't, Bayern Munich, I think, will overpower them.
Last word on this, Frank, to you.
Well, according to what Craig just said, I think we can say that Paris is going to lose, though, because neither Mbappe, Neymar, or Di Maria is going to defend. They don't want to defend. They don't know
Frank,
how
but
to
they're
defend.
going to have to defend, Frank. This is a Champions League final. You can't leave three up top against this Bayern team. It just won't work.
I agree with you. And I was hoping that for years with Neymar, Mbappe and Di Maria, but I never seen that. It's why Tuchel put Marquinhos in the midfield, and it's why sometimes he played like with Verratti, Gay and Marquinhos, because he wants to reinforce his midfield zone, because he knows that the three won't defend. So I just want to say that it's going to be a chess game. The team who's going to change his tactic and the way he plays I think he's going to lose because well, I was listening what on Ali comment saying that was going to happen with Alphonso, Davies and Mbappe. I think Davies is going to go forward, and I think Mbappe is not going to follow him, and I think Mbappe is going to try to get in counter-attack and will have an open space because Davies will be forward. But the one, I think if Davies goes back, stays at the back and doesn't go forward, they're going to lose one tool, one skill, and maybe not win the game. So the stronger in his head is going to win that game.
It's going to be a great match, isn't it? We've got plenty of time to look ahead to it. Thank you very much, gents. Just a reminder, extra time available over on YouTube. Ali and Gab answering your tweets.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.